Today, we're going to break down how Google actually figures out what someone is looking for right in your backyard. It's one of the most crucial things to understand, but it's so often overlooked when it comes to getting customers from the internet.
So, have you ever found yourself wondering this? You've done the work, you've got the website, you're showing up in searches, but you're just left with that nagging question, why isn't the phone ringing off the hook? The customers are out there, so what's the deal?
It's a super common story. Your business is visible, right? Maybe you even see your name pop up on that first page. But that online visibility, well, it feels pretty empty when it doesn't actually turn into calls, appointments, and booked jobs.
Let's just call this what it is: the silent phone. It's that huge gap between being seen online and being chosen by a customer who's got their wallet out ready to go. And we're about to get to the bottom of why this happens. See, the answer isn't just about the words people type into the search bar. It's hidden a layer deeper. It's about understanding the intent behind those words. It's about figuring out the specific mission your customer is on when they start searching. And here's why that's such a big deal. Nearly half of all searches on Google have what we call local intent. That's an absolutely massive number of people looking for a product, a service, or a place right in their own neighborhood. These are your customers. So what exactly is local search intent? Well, put simply, it's the customer's goal. That's it. Are they just trying to learn something? Are they maybe comparing their options? Or are they ready to hire someone right this second? That goal is what we really need to get. Think of it this way. Google's job is to basically be a local mind reader. It has gotten incredibly good at figuring out what a searcher really wants, and it does this by looking for a couple of really simple clues. And the clues it looks for? They're surprisingly simple. First, it looks at the words people type. Things like near me or a specific city name. Those are huge signals for local intent. And second, it uses the searcher's actual physical location from their phone or computer. How close they are is a massive factor. And this gets to the absolute core of Google's mission. It's not about ranking the website with the fanciest design. It's all about satisfying that user's immediate need with the most relevant, most helpful, local answer it can possibly find. That's the entire game.
Okay, so to make this really practical, we can break down local intent into 4 different customer missions. Pretty much every single local search you can think of is going to fall into one of these categories.
So here they are. First up, the informational mission. This is when the customer is just learning, maybe searching something like how to fix a leaky pipe. Then you've got the commercial mission. Here, they're comparing their options, searching for best plumbers in Houston. Next, and this is a big one, is the transactional mission. Now they're ready to act, searching for a 24-hour plumber near me. And finally, there's the navigational mission. They already know who they want, they're just looking for you, like directions to Joe's auto repair.
Okay, so theory is one thing, but let's see how this actually plays out in the real world. We can actually map a pretty typical customer's journey, all the way from the moment they realize they have a problem to the moment they book a job. So let's follow a homeowner. A pipe starts leaking. Step 1, the problem. Their mission is purely informational, so they search how to fix a leaky pipe. Then they realize, uh-oh, I need a pro. So they move to step 2, research. Their mission just became commercial, best plumbers in my city. Finally, with water still dripping, they hit step 3, action. Their mission is now 100% transactional. Emergency plumber near me. And that brings us to the most important question for your business. When that customer gets to that final, critical, money on the line step, does Google look at your business and think, yep, that is the most helpful, most relevant answer to this person's urgent problem?
Because this is where it all connects. Understanding these missions isn't just some abstract marketing exercise. It directly, and I mean directly, impacts whether your phone rings or for competitors does instead.
Just look at this comparison. It might seem a little extreme, but it perfectly illustrates the problem. The customer's mission is urgent. I need a plumber now. But if your website greets them with a message that's purely informational, like read our blog about the history of plumbing, you've completely missed the mark.
And here's the hard truth. Google sees that mismatch. It recognizes that your page isn't the most helpful answer for someone on an urgent transactional mission, and so its algorithm will naturally favor a competitor whose website speaks directly to that immediate need.
Every single time that happens, it's not just a missed click. It's a lost call, it's a lost lead, and ultimately, it's a lost job that went to someone else who just did a better job of understanding what that customer needed in that exact moment.
So at the end of the day, this isn't about SEO tricks or trying to game the system. The whole goal is just to be the most direct, clear, and helpful answer for a real person in your community who has a real problem that you can solve.
And that's the path to revenue right there. When you successfully match the customer's intent, you put yourself in the perfect position to get the call. And getting that call is the very first step to booking the job. It's a straight line from understanding to income.
If you found this breakdown helpful and you want more practical, no-fluff insights to help you grow your service business, make sure you subscribe.
And of course, if you want to take all the guesswork out of this and get expert help turning those local searches into actual booked jobs, the team over at Proper Marketers is a fantastic resource to check out. Thanks for watching.